video games. Happy holidays and happy Gothic. Finally getting my box way late. Got it from Flipside Gaming, so they got it from my locals. Now I know this thing was supposed to show up like as soon as the stuff was released, but it did not. Thanks a lot, Flipside Gaming. But it's here now, and it is what it is. And yeah, let's check it out. Also got a bonus pack from my sealed release tournament. Not pre-release, but like, you know, post-release. But anyway, let's crack these packs. Let's check them out. I haven't really looked at the set really, so I'll be looking at some of my first cards, kind of like something like that. Been meaning to look at the whole set and try to improve upon my decks and all, but not quite yet. Got the Ars Curiosa on the plastic. Don't recall if that's always been there, but nice touch. These boxes are real fancy too. Kind of hard cardboard. Standalone expansion set. 440 new cards. 36 packs. Evil something. Crack that seal. Right, box topper. All the good tokens: stealth, frog, ward, and skeleton. Phone is horrible, but anyway. What do we have here? With Gothic, we invite you to dream again, to think boldly, play wisely, and lose yourself in painted worlds. Your story starts now. Oh, the artist. Okay, desecrated ground. An exceptional sight rejects God's grace. Air. Evil units here have +1 power. I just had a paranormal experience, so this Gothic is kind of crazy. Alright, but consecrated ground. Evil has no power here. On the earth. Okay, I like that. That is excellent. Alright, collection. Your collection consists of cards you own that didn't start in your decks. When a card is added to your collection, it persists across all game zones. In tournaments, we recommend a 10-card collection that adheres to rarity rules in combination with your 60-card spellbook and 30-card atlas. Ward and Evil, if you want to read it, we already know it. Rubble, Ghoul token, Hellhounds token, Horrible Hybrids token, a 3/3, just like Hellhounds and Ghoul. Okay, I guess there's a 3/3 for every color. All ordinary, and then Penitent Knight. Alright. All great for the collection. Alright, pack 1. Yeah, so like now I really know what Curiosas are. They're like just cards made to look different than the main line set card. Might have funny glasses on them. Might be a sketch card or something. But all right, we got an active volcano. That's an exceptional 2 fire. Okay, we're going earth, fire, wind, water. And we'll put the good stuff up top, the good stuff below. We got Hand of Glory, an exceptional relic, severed from restraint. Bear has +1 power and is a fire spellcaster. Exceptional, colorless, neutral. Then we got Hollow One, exceptional, 3 for 4. Disabled until a mortal or beast dies nearby. Not the greatest. Earth, fire, wind. Alright, Paladins of Bazia. 4 for 4. Elite Mortals at Dawn's first service. Spellcaster and Ward. Earth. I heard people saying War is not going to be all that, but time will tell. Lure. 1 drop water. Ordinary magic. Compels curiosity. An ally tempts an enemy minion at a nearby site into taking a step closer. Alright, Grief Larvae. I already saw that in the previews and whatnot. Vast Desert. Pings for the 1. Fire. Mesmer Demon. 3 for 3. Genesis, tap, target adjacent enemy minion and make it step closer. Sounds like a good card. Best art so far, I must say. I mean, Hello One is pretty good too. But yeah, Mesmer Demon, killing the art so far. Art Fire, 1 water. I think we got Bound Spirit, disabled unless adjacent to an allied spellcaster. 4 for 4, not the best. I think we got Autumn Bloom. Yeah, so they got the new sites. I was hoping for more dual and tri-lands, but not really. But we kind of got them, but they only last for 1 turn. But Autumn Bloom, an ordinary site of transient luster. Genesis provides all the others except for Earth, but just for the 1 turn. Good art on that one too. Almost looks digital, but we know it's got to be painted though. Earth. I know we got Landmass. To Earth, ordinary, draw a site. You may play a land site. Good build around. Ghostfire, 1 fire. Shoot a projectile that deals 1 damage. You may cast a spell from your cemetery, banishing it afterward. Okay. Alright, Snallygaster, 3 drop, 2 air, movement +1, 3 for 3. Detonate, destroy a minion or artifact you own or control, and it explodes, dealing 3 damage to each unit at its location. And we have Blessed Village with the Ward. Pack 2. Alright, we got Haystack. No jelly roll. Alright, opponent's deck searches are limited to the top 3 cards. Yeah, like pricey this, and now I have the real thing. I'll just put you over here. I think we got Scatter. Dual color card. 3 drop. Push everything at target location 1 step, 1 at a time. Interesting. Loving that art too. Looks like the Mesmer Demon, matter of fact. Is it the same artist? Yep. Doug Kovacs. Probably painted at the same time with the same paints, matter of fact. I love it. I think we got Failed Mutation. Can't be targeted or damaged by magic. 4 for 4. Alright, then we got No Man's Land. And elite players can't summon minions to the site or to the one directly in front of it. Okay. That's Earth. I think we got Freeze. 1 water. Disable target nearby minion until your next turn. Zap. 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 Deal 1 damage to target unit. Soraba Townsfolk, 1 drop, vanilla, 1/2. Entombed, 2/3, burrowed, must be cast burrowed. Search Party has +1 power for each search party in your cemetery. Feel like this is also like alpha beta artist too. But a search party has +1 power for each search party in your cemetery. Okay, could be a 3/3/6 for 3. Alright. I think we got Survivors of Sorava. At the end of your turn, if no enemies are nearby, this gains stealth. Different than the Sorava Townsfolk. Our Angry Mob. Love this card. 4 drop. ETB, kill target adjacent, unique or elite minion. Swap these out with my proxies. I think we got Flame Strike. Ordinary magic is toasted. Choose a cardinal direction from the caster. Deal damage to each unit at affected locations. So 3 and 1/1/1. Flame Strike. I think we got another Desert. Genesis. Break nearby wards. Then we got Overflow. Draw a site. You may play a water site. Eltham Townsfolk. 1/2s. Pack 3. Corruptor Freak. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to this site. Raise, an ally destroys the site it occupies and all artifacts there. Zoom in a bit. I think we got Avenging Angel. Airborne, has charged and lethal if an ally died on your opponent's last turn. Airborne has charged and lethal if an ally died on your opponent's last turn. That one might be something. Alright, Assimilator Snail. Once on your turn, you may banish a dead minion, and Assimilator Snail becomes a copy of that minion until your next turn. I had took this out of my deck, but I'm sure it has a spot indexed. But if the cemeteries are kind of empty, it's kind of pointless. But that's a guy though. Alright, Zap. Search Party. Entombed. Novice Necromancer. You know what that does. Silent Hills. Until your next turn, minions are silenced while atop nearby sites. Flare. ATB. Deal 1 damage to each other nearby unit. Trouble Town. Genesis, you may cast the townsfolk from your collection to this site. Put that to the side because that sounds pretty good. Something that works with the collection. Alright, we got 10-ton slug, 7/7. In my 2 games of my sealed, I did not see this guy. I put it in my deck, but didn't see it though. Call of the Frog, not as good as the Frog Plague card, but I'm sure it's gonna have some use though. Oh well, this isn't the Fork Frog card, but it's play a Frog token and draw a spell. Sure to have use. Bless, 1 drop. Ward a nearby minion or site. Can't be on evil stuff, but bless. Pretty good. Our Second Wind. Used to try to run this, but I couldn't. You can't play with your avatar, so it's got to be a minion, so I took it out. But might put it back in at one point. It's air. Alright, pack 4. Yeah, they said all the good hits are going to be on the left side, on the left or the right, on the left or the middle, but we'll see. There's collation issues with these packs, from what they say. Slobbermaw, Genesis, sack minion or Slobbermaw deals 4 damage to you. 3/4. All right. Mandrake Jars, an exceptional relic of botanical boon. Bearer has +1 power and is an earth spellcaster. Interesting. Alright, Harbinger. First avatar. 1 power. Tap, player draw a sight. On setup, determine 3 random squares. Once on your turn, you may cast a minion to one of them and for 1 less. Yeah, the homie John, he made portal arts for these. Snazzy portal art for these, so you can put the 3 portals on the squares and then you'll know where you can cast them. So that is a good idea. Will I ever play this avatar? On setup, determine 3 random squares. Once on your turn, you can cast a minion to one of them for 1 less. Didn't seem like the greatest, but I might be missing it though. All right, then we got our Haro Exorcist, 2/2 for 2. Spellcaster, Genesis, banish target adjacent demon, spirit, or aura. That's kind of too specific, but it's a spellcaster though. All right, then we got Stinging Kelp, deal 1 damage to each minion at target site in this body of water. Shogoth, 6-drop, 5/5, submerge and void walk. Yeah, so void walk, you can just be cast to the void, any void. So those guys are great. You need to make more use of them. All right, maybe put you to the side because you might be a token card, I think. Lash, 3-drop, deal 1 damage to target nearby minion and untap it. Forsaken, void walk, must be cast to an outer column. 2/3, void walk. Void walk, off the strength that you have void walk. Outer column. Interesting. I'll put you to the side, maybe. All right, then we got Open Mausoleum, Skeletons, always good. I'll just put you down there. All right, Muddy Pigs, 2-drop, 2/2, Death Right, you heal 3. Virgin and Prayer, Genesis, ward an allied minion. Ice Shards, 3-drop, shoot 3 projectiles, 1 at a time. Each deals 1 damage but melts before the 3rd step. Bone Spear, I know about that by now. Monks of Kielbasa, can't be modified except by wards. Bless, pack 5. Yeah, let's try to keep it on the left, see if we actually get some good hits out of the left or not. All right, Bullwhip. Bullwhip. Did you say Bullwhip? No, I said Bullwhip. Once on your turn, bearer may deal 1 damage to target adjacent minion. Bullwhip. Sensu of the Fang, 1-drop. Bearer has +1 power and is an air spellcaster. We've seen some similar to that. All right, we got a Genesis. You may cast a ghoul from your collection to this site. Got to run one of those, I'm sure. All right, then we got Guild A, first unique, unless I missed one, but I think this is the first unique of the box in pack 5. All right, this one is Gilman House, a unique site of dismal devolution, however you say that. 4 water, transform a minion here into a horrible hybrid from your collection. Okay, so we want frogs on there, or villagers or whatever. Transform a minion here into a horrible hybrid, and it's just a 3/3. But you gotta have the 4 water already though. But yeah, first unique. We'll just put you to the side too. All right, then we got Novice Necromancer, we got Flaming Skull, we got Screamer, we got Trial by Fire, may be cast by an ally, deal 3 damage to target nearby minion. And that crazy Staking of the Witches. All right, Gift of the Raven, 2-drop. Choose an allied minion. The next time they strike a unit this turn, the damage heals you. Draw spell. All right. Undesirables. Burrowing, allies can't enter this site. Gift to the wolf. Give an ally minion +2 power this turn. Draw a spell. This one is pretty good. Pretty good card right here. Sea Witch. Spellcast Submerge. 2/2 for 2. Trouble Town. Cast the Townsfolk. Put you to the side. Nari Rats. This site doesn't provide threshold. Weathered Trunks. May be cast to an allied site occupied by an enemy. Pack 6. Alright, actually stop this thing from move my pack to the side. Do it like this. Alright. Witching Hour. Yeah, let me probably just stop reading all the non-uniques. I mean, unless they look real interesting to me. But I saw that before at some point. 4 Fat Frogs. Summon 4 Fat Frogs. Corruptor Freak. Pan Pipes of Nam. Damage caused by nearby units is increased to 2. Increased 2/2 from 1. Okay. Okay, that's Universal. Pith Imp. So Gothic again. Twilight Bloom provides all the other ones with the air for 1 turn. Lash, 3-drop, deal 1 damage to target nearby minion and untap it. Gossamer Ghost, stealth, can't be immobilized or disabled. Creaking Swamp, you may summon 1 frog token here. Maybe. 1-shot Wizard. Broomstick Witch. Algae Bloom. Pseudo Trilands. Torch and Pitchfork. Ordinary Bearer has nearby ordinary allies have +1 power. Okay. That one might be a maybe right there. Ordinary Bearer has nearby ordinary allies have +1 power. Great for the skeletons, great for the townsfolk. I think we got Sewer Rats. Pack 7. Like Thin Ice. Put the marbles right on top. You pass the tweezers before they drop. At the end of your turn, if minions atop this site total 5 or more power, submerge them. End of my turn. So gotta make sure I move my guys off. Maybe. Exceptional. No more Monitor. Submerge and Void Walk again. Death Knight. Exceptional. Not rare. Other nearby undead allies have +1 power. Apply Alkahest. Destroy all minions, artifacts, and auras at target nearby site. Okay, there's some removal, but it costs all 4 colors, so everybody can't run this. But I love to run 4 color. Destroy all minions, artifacts, and auras at target nearby. Okay, this might take over, what's his name? Burrow and all that good stuff. Yeah, Cave In and all that good stuff. Destroy all minions, artifacts, and auras at target nearby site. Yeah, this is a better than Cave In, because it's destroy, not just Cave In, so it hits the water sites too. Yeah, okay, gotta run this if I'm running 4 color. Yeah. Alright, then we got Vampire Bats. Man, this was a beast in Sealed. This was a beast. Haha, a beast. Alright, then we got Drowned. 2-drop, 3/3. Submerge, must be cast submerged. Enraged Familiar, wasn't really too fond of this guy, but I didn't do the combat tricks. Forsaken, Void Walk, must be cast to an outer column. Cemetery Rats, tried to run you, but it's kind of not worth it to put this weak minion in here with Burrowing just to discard 2 spells so you can get a zombie, in the cemetery, but I'm sure it has its great uses though, but I didn't find them. Alright, hey! This is a foil elite, not a unique, but it might be worth a little money. But a Sawbones, if a nearby allied minion survives damage, fully heal it. If a nearby, and this one has like some crazy art on the bottom left with a sig. Does that mean it's a curio? I don't know. That's unlike the rest of the cards, so this might be a curio. I'm going ahead and sleeve this bad boy. Alright, Sawbones, 1-drop, 2 power. If a nearby allied minion survives damage, fully heal it. Nearby allied minion survives damage, fully heal it. Alright, yeah, let's sleeve this bad boy though. Yeah, don't see too many artist sigs on the bottom of the card. Dan 4th, 24. And it's got a pentagram right there. But that's Gothic sign. I don't know. Maybe. Might be a curio. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. Alright, Plague Rat, lethal. 1/1. Slimy Mutants, Submerge. Spend 3, transform an ally with Submerge into Slimy Mutants from your hand. And knowing that frogs, now that I know frogs have Submerge, might be something cool to play. Alright, Open Grave. May pay 1 to summon a skeleton token here. Hellhounds and Desecrator Kite. Pack 8. Go ahead and sleeve my unique too. Alright, pack 8, we got Fatality. Kill target wounded minion. Wounded, it's got to already be hit, so not the greatest card in the world. But if you have plenty of skeletons running around or something, maybe. Put it with the maybes. Undead Ambush. Summon a skeleton token to each other site adjacent to target enemy. Maybe. Our River of Blood, all healing is halved, rounded down. The bane of Ring of Morgan's existence, right here. Alright, Dull Chance. Tap any number of nearby allies, reveal that many spells from the top of your spell book and cast 1 for free. Put the rest at the bottom of your spell book. Okay. A tutor that makes you tap allies. Ideally frogs. Reveal that many spells from the top of your spell book and cast 1 for free, but you get it free though. You're always gonna get free for the most part if you tutor like that. Elite, I'll put you with the maybes. Alright, Gift of the Serpent. Give an allied minion lethal this turn, draw a spell. Another one of those. Alright, then we got Displace. 2-drop, teleport target minion, artifact, or aura, 1 diagonal step. Okay, different than Blink, you don't get to draw a card, but you can do artifact or aura, 1 diagonal step. And my steez. Raise Militia, summon a skeleton token at each allied site that borders an enemy site. Yeah, Joe, I think he played that against me last night. Summon a skeleton token at each allied site that borders an enemy site. Kind of like the militia, I think, from the villagers. All right, maybe. Oh, then we got Wiccan Tools. Sack Wiccan Tools. Draw a spell. This turn, bearer becomes a spellcaster, and the spells require no threshold. All right. Draw a spell. Instigator Imp. 2/1. Genesis, make 2 enemy minions at target nearby location fight each other. Okay, they fight each other. And you get a body. This one might be good. This one might be darn good. Yeah, put you with the probablys. Alright, Virgin and Prayer. Gift of the Frog. Dreadwing, Airborne, Genesis. Strikes your avatar unless you discard a card. 5/4 flyer. Wind. Penitent Knight again. Pseudo Quad Land. And Foul Bones. Pack 9. Driftwood Morrows. Nearby allies can't be submerged. 3/3 for 3. Mimic. 4-drop. 2 power. As you summon this Mimic, you may transform a carryable artifact into it under your control. I don't know. Alright, be gone. Banish an evil minion anywhere in the realm. My favorite art so far of the set. Love that art. Sinister Pond. Mortals here may transform into evil from hand by paying the difference in cost. Okay. And put you as maybe. Night Watchman, Genesis, ward this site. Buried Alive may be cast by an ally, burrow target adjacent minion. Until your next turn, minions are silenced while atop nearby sites. Lure. Grief Larvae. Wild Fanatic. Horrible Hybrids. Reverend Revenant. Has 0 power unless adjacent to an allied ward. Great beater right there if you have ward. Zombie Horde. Can't move to defend. 5/5 for 5. Ordinary. Alright. It's kind of like a limited card. I think we got Spore Spouts. You can cast minions with 2 or less power to any site this turn. Okay. Muddy Pigs. Pack 10. Zombie Bruiser. 4-drop. 4/4. Spend 4. Sack a skeleton token. Summon Zombie Bruiser from your cemetery there. Yeah. Yep, I'm all about the recursion, so we'll put you with the probablys, maybes. Alright, Molten Mar. You may cast a Hellhounds from your collection to this site. Exceptional. For 2 red. Gnarled Wendigo. I love this card. I stopped running it because I stopped playing a token-based deck. But we're about to make a token-based deck again, and you are definitely going to make the cut. Alright, False Idol. 6-drop. Whenever a nearby minion taps, then its opponent draws a spell. Nearby minion taps, then its opponent draws a spell. False Idol. Interesting. Elites. Whenever a nearby minion taps, its opponent draws a spell. Gotta be doing shenanigans to make that work. Alright, Mesmer Demon. You may pay 1 to tap and ward a nearby allied minion. You may pay 1 to tap and ward a nearby allied minion. Alright, put you vertical. Bound Spirit. Break nearby wards. Smite. Don't know what it does, but not gonna read it. Martyrs of the Morrow. Deathrite, ward an allied minion. Static Servant. Each other unit here takes 1 damage. Ice Shards. Bone Spear. Until your next turn, sights are silenced while nearby. Monks again. Pack 11. Rowdy Boys untaps after striking undead. Persecutor, second avatar. Saw plenty of Persecutor during the release party. Exceptional stealth whenever another minion is summoned nearby, tap it. Winter Nymph. Oh, what I got you over there for? Alright, okay, unique. Second unique, unless I am slipping. Alright, a unique monument of Arid Heart, Torrid Umphlos. I think I ran into this or heard about it. Earth and Fire Spellcaster. At the end of your turn, this Umphlos draws a spell which only it can cast, kind of like a Morgan. And minions it cast must be summoned here. Okay, it's a 4-drop. It's something like a Morgan, but it can't really be attacked. Most stuff isn't going to be messing with monuments, so it's more safe than a unit. And it's an Earth and Fire Spellcaster. At the end of your turn, this Umphlos draws a spell which only it can cast. Okay, Fire and Earth. If you're running a Fire Earth deck, that's great. Which only it can cast. Alright. And that one did come from the left side, so these two probably did too. Alright, then we got Moss Troll. Stealth, loses stealth at if it moves. Profane Revenant has 0 power unless adjacent to evil. Okay, so this is just like the 1-drop, the Earth one, but you just got to be by evil. So as long as you're running skeletons or zombies, then this thing is a beast. Put you with the probablys. Alright, then we got Vandal Imp. Destroy a random artifact. Random, okay. Alright, then we got Return to Nature. Return up to 3 cards from a cemetery to the bottom of their decks. Draw a spell. Ward. Ordinary Sight. Tidy him up a second. Alright, Flare, 10-ton Slug, Bless, Broomstick Witch, Airborne and Spellcaster. Second Wind, Pseudo Quadland, Enduring Earth, exceptional ward an allied minion until your next turn. If it takes damage for its nearby allies instead. Order of the Pale Worm. Nearby sites and units lose ward. Searing Truth. Target player draws and reveals 2 spells, then takes damage equal to the higher mana cost. This one was a preview. Cursed Iron. Artifacts can't be dropped and each deals 1 damage to its bearer at the end of each turn. An interesting one. Ignited. Charge dies at the end of your turn. Stinging Kelp, deal 1 damage to each minion at target body of water. Ghoul. Open Mausoleum. Murder of Crows, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions on the surface. You may cast this spell from your cemetery, banishing it afterward. Yeah, this is for token hate. But I'm a token guy, so figuratively and literally. Alright, 1-shot wizard. Flame Strike. Overflow. Eltham Townsfolk. Undesirables. Gift to the Wolf. Maybe. Alright, pack 12. I might have messed the count up already. No, because I got from there, so. Alright, Fertile Earth. Double Earth. Holy Nova. Exceptional. Read it if you wish. Holy Water. Bearer has tapped. Sack this Holy Water. Throw a projectile. If it hits a minion, banish it if it's evil. Ward it if it's not. Interesting. Hellfire. Elite, destroy everything below sights. Then deal 2 damage to each minion above. Very interesting. Lesser Blood Demon. Genesis, lose 2 life. Noxious Corpse, lethal. Baptize. Den of Evil. Ordinary sight with foul creatures about. This turn, the next evil cast to this site costs 1 less, ignoring threshold. Maybe. Trial by Water. An ally submerges target minion is nearby. Sea Witch. Blessed Village. Ward. Nari Rats. Torch and Pitchfork. Ordinary Bearer has nearby ordinary allies have +1 power, maybe. Ice Shards. And a Desert with break nearby wards. Pack 13. Mudslide. Slide all units and land sites in a column. 1 step left or right. Alright. Mountain Peaks. 2 air. Maybe. Flagellant. Whenever Flagellant takes damage, you heal 1. Okay, he flagellates himself. Seraphim. Airborne and Ward. At the end of your turn, you may transfer a nearby ward onto nearby minion or site. Seraphim. Okay. Makeshift Barricade. If 1 or more allies here would take damage, prevent it. If the damage was 3 or more, the barricade breaks. Whatever that means. Ravenous Werewolf. Vast Desert. Holy Warrior. Carrion Beetles. I have a disdain for them, even though they haven't been used against me yet. And we got a full, let it be a unique. Nope, it's an exceptional. The Base of Babel. An exceptional site of folly. Foundation of Folly. Okay, the base, I played the tower. No, I played the base last time. You may build the Tower of Babel by playing the Apex Babel atop this. Okay. And yeah, show the back. Cool. Foil. Newsome Twosome. Willing Tribute. Crawler. Troubletown. You may cast a townsfolk from your collection here. Landmass. Pack 14. Kroll Morlocks. Town Priest. Genesis, return target adjacent evil minion to its owner's hand. Onslaught. One of the rare dual cards, really. Dual minions, magic, whatever. This turn, allies gain +1 power, charge, and can't be immobilized, silenced, or disabled. Yeah, that one is a big maybe. Clairvoyant. Elite. Ward. Once on your turn, you may banish a dead minion to look at your top spell. You may put it on the bottom. Banish a dead minion. Clairvoyant. That's a maybe. Alright, then we got Freeze. Disable target nearby minion until your next turn. Cemetery Rats. Servant Townsfolk. Search Party. Give to the Serpent. Crawling Swamp. Croaking Swamp. Ghost Fire. Snallygaster. Pseudo Quadland. Detonate. Survivors. They're not gonna give up. They're the survivors. Survivors of Survivor. Alright, 15. The Kiss of Death. May be cast by spirits and undead. Kill target minion here. If you got a bunch of spirits and undead, it's a kill spell for 3. Or you can just burrow for the most part. Yeah, because it's got to be here, not near. It's probably not worth it to run this, really. Alright, Shallow Grave. ATB, discard your top 2 spells. That with the Cemetery Rats could be okay, but I'll just put you to the side just in case. Alright, then we got Bladderblimp. Hey, that's a cool name. Airborne, Deathrite. Players lose 1 life for each nearby site they control. Unique. Third unique. Alright. Innsmouth Dock. Once on your turn, you may lure an adjacent minion to step here. Okay, so that means that they step here, then you can intercept is what you can do. Yeah, you can intercept as soon as they step there. That's cool, okay. That makes sense about intercept now. Luring adjacent minion to step here. Yeah, that one's definitely going in, yeah. Alright, but we'll just keep you with the uniques right here for now. Novice Necro, Flaming Skull, Displace, Teleport target minion artifact or one diagonal step. Nice Watchman, Trial by Fire, Weathered Trunks, Grave, Zombie Horde, Muddy Pigs, Martyrs of Tomorrow, Static Servant, Pack 16. Martyrs of Tomorrow. Didn't have to ride the martyr. Bitter Departed. Genesis, if an ally died last turn, may teleport to the killer to strike it. Okay, you get a free 2-hit right there, so we'll put you with the maybes. Carrionet. Summon an undead minion from a cemetery to a nearby location. Could be great in an undead deck, so. Centipede. Genesis, target adjacent site is silenced and provides no threshold while Centipede is in the realm. Interesting, but complicated. Love this card right here. One of my favorite cards of the set. I love this card. Void Walk must be cast to a corner void, costing 2 less for each unit in an adjacent square. So I think it's any adjacent square, but it could be just one adjacent square. But I forgot how we ruled this, but I love this card though. Pith Imp. Gossamer Ghost. Can't be immobilized or disabled. Vamp Bats. Drowned. Profane Revenant. 0 power unless by evil. Angry Mob. Love it. I love Angry Mob too though. Might be my favorite card of the set. Angry Mob. Kill target adjacent, unique, or elite. But playing against boys like James, they don't like to play uniques and elites, so that really cheeses me off, James. What are you doing not running uniques and elites, really? Burrow White, 2-drop, 2/2. Burrowing, sacrifice a skeleton token. Summon this minion from your cemetery to that site. Sack a token. Summon this minion from your cemetery to that site. I mean, it's like you wasting a 1 to get a 2/2 with burrowing. Doesn't really seem all that worth it. All right, then we got Desert Bloom, Sewer Rats, Plague Rat Lethal, and Slimy Mutants. Pack 17. Wreathed in Righteousness. Don't feel like reading it. Hot Wheel. Wave of Eviction. An allied water site overflows in a cardinal duration, flooding sites there this turn and carrying away enemies one step at a time. I don't think I ever really got into the water myself, playing it myself. I mean, one of these days. Sentinel Trap. At the end of each turn, Sentinel Trap deals 4 damage to each unit at the adjacent location it's facing, then rotates 90 degrees clockwise. Alright, 4 damage each unit, not just one unit. Maybe. Vandal Imp. Genesis destroys a random artifact. Enraged Familiar. Raise Militia. Summon a skeleton token to each allied site that borders the enemy site. Maybe. Return to Nature. Wicking Tools. Hellhounds. Desecrator Kite. You may cast 2 or less to any site this turn. Virgin and Prayer. Bone Spear. Monks. Alright, pack 18. Halfway there, folks. Halfway there. Forlorn Keep. Genesis, you may cast a Pendant Knight from the collection. Invigorate. An ally gains +3 power this turn, and you heal 3. Maybe. Those Who Linger. A dwindling host of exceptional undead. Death Right. Summon a ghoul from your collection to this site. It has Death Right. Summon a skeleton token to this site. Nice. I mean, that's Value Town right here. You got 6-drop for 4/4. Once this dies, summon a ghoul with summon a skeleton. Yeah, let me probably run this, yeah. Alright, then we got Book Burners. Man, this really is coming with all of the flavor, man. Flavor Town. Book Burners, 3-drop, 3/3. Elite Mortals consign history to ash. Once on your turn, Book Burners may banish a document from the realm or a magic from a sorcery, from a cemetery. Banish a document from the realm. Maybe. Alright, Instigator Imp. Make 2 enemy minions fight each other. You're maybe. Ignite it. Charge. Dies at the end of turn. Buried alive. May be cast by any ally burrow target adjacent minion. Burrow. Or you could just play Berry though. But I guess this is more of a limited card, a sealed card or some draft card. Silent Hills. Until your next turn, minions are silenced while atop nearby sites. Lure. Third foil. Burrow target adjacent undead. Gravedigger. Flare. 10-ton slug. Gift to the frog. Dreadwing. Pendant Knight. Yeah, move these down here. My maybes. These. Wind. Fire. Alright, now we got a little space. Alright, we're on 18, right? Something like that. Maybe 19 now. I don't know. We'll say it's 19. I don't know. Alright, we got Gibbous Night Nuts. Night Gunts. Airborne and Voidwalk. 3/3 for 3. Maybe. Fallen Angel. Airborne. Nearby allied demons have +1 power. 4-drop. 3/3. Nearby demons. Okay, demons. I don't really play demons. Comic Scene Mummy. Exceptional undead from the dunes. Burrowing. Whenever this unburrows, you may trigger the genesis of a nearby desert. I'm not really playing deserts. Symmetric Suffering. Sack up to 1 minion, artifact, or aura. Your opponent must sack the same. I'd rather just use removal, honestly. I mean asymmetrical removal. Alright, Grief Larvae. Quadland. Mesmer. Tap the ward. Bound Spirit. Silenced. Foul Bones. Fanatic. Horrible Hybrids. Veer Revenant. Bless. Pack 20. Necropotence, give a nearby allied undead +3 power this turn. For 1, that ain't the worst. Maybe. Peculiar Port. Exceptional, love this art too. You may cast a Horrible Hybrid from your collection to this site. Yeah, we'll play that, yeah. It's exceptional. Alright, Intrepid Hero. Lethal to Evil. 3/3 for 3. Plague Pits. If there are 3 or more dead minions, banish all cemeteries. Ugh, that is nasty. Ugh, don't like the sound of that, man. What? Plague Pits. If there are 3 or more dead minions, of course there's gonna be 3 or more dead minions. And oh man, and it's elite. Ugh, I hate that. Ugh. Nasty. Smite. 4-drop may be cast by any ally. Strike target adjacent enemy. If it's evil, banish it instead. Right? Monstro. Stealth. Loses stealth if it moves. Screamer. A Cursed Tower. Break nearby wards. Gift of the Raven. Choose an allied minion. The next time they strike a unit this turn, the damage heals you. Draw a spell. Okay, so you can run this instead of worried about vamps and stuff, Dapple Vamps. Then you get to draw one, maybe. Burrow White. Second Wind. Landmass. Ghostfire. Snallygaster. Detonate. Pack 21. And if I didn't say it before, and if you don't know it, Sorcery drops for one set a year, so this is the one set a year. Might be a mini set or something, but mainline set, one a year. Order of the White Wing. Ward, if a minion will be summoned nearby and it wasn't cast from hand, banish it. Pile of Skulls, exceptional. Once on your turn, you may banish a card from a cemetery to summon a skeleton token here. Alright, once on your turn, you may banish a card from a cemetery, the opponent's cemetery, to summon a skeleton token here. Okay, we can mess with that. Alright, we got the double water, deep sea. The Lord of Greed, can't drop artifacts. 6/6 for 6. At the end of your turn, Lord of Greed snatches an artifact from elsewhere into his hands. What the crap is elsewhere? I guess anywhere on the realm? Or is it outside of the realm? Gotta look at the fact on this one. Can't drop artifacts. At the end of your turn, Lord of Greed snatches an artifact from elsewhere into his hands. Can't drop them. Okay, so like if there's artifacts anywhere in the realm, then this guy has to snatch it, even if it's not advantageous for him to have it. If it was better with somebody else's hands. Lord of Greed, it snatches all the artifacts in the realm from the collection or the realm. It's probably just the realm. But yeah, maybe. Alright, then we have Blessed Well, Ward. Shogoth again. Might need you for the collection. Lash. Forsaken. Void Walk must be counted. Cast to an outer column. The Stinging Kelp. Return to Nature. Another foil ordinary. Pseudo Quadland. Survivors of Sorcery. Angry Mob. Gnarly Rats. Weathered Trunks. Weathered Gothics. Pack 22. Alright, we got Dredge. Bring stuff back from the grave. Exceptional magic catches more than fish. Surface everything at target water site and summon 2 skeleton tokens there. Surface everything and summon 2 skeleton tokens there. Interesting. If there's nothing, you still get 2 skeleton tokens. Probably not gonna run this, but maybe. Let's put it there. Alright, 4th avatar. Savior, tap, ward a minion that was summoned this turn. Bind Evil. Disable target nearby evil minion until an adjacent spellcaster taps to release it. Angel Ascendant has airborne and +1 power while warded. Ghoul again. Yeah, normally ghouls do not summon skeleton tokens, but this one does. Open Mausoleum. Murder of Crows. To ping everybody on the surface for 1. A Lesser Blood Demon. Noxus Corpse. One-shot Wizard. Broomstick Witch. Noisome Twosome. A Cursed Desert. Breaks wards. Willing Tribute. And Flame Strike. Still haven't read that yet. And let's go ahead and read it. No, I did read that one. Alright, pack 23. Right, we got the Stygian Archers. Ranged, whenever Stygian Archers kill an enemy, summon a skeleton token where it died. So maybe. Dredge again. Base of Babel. Right here. Infusion Factory. And its adjacent artifacts are automatons with 2 power and their own bearer abilities. Maybe. Den of Evil again. Baptize. Trail by Water. Trial by Water, Zap. Entombed. Trouble Town. Get the townsfolk to the collection. Overflow. Draw a site. You may play a water site. Eltham Townsfolk. Krogan Swamp. Undesirables. Sea Witch. 24. Harbinger. Second Harbinger. Bind Evil. Sight in front of it silenced. Ether Amoeba. Okay. Elite monster of expanding ectoplasm. Void Walk. Moves by expanding from any part of itself. It occupies all locations it's ever occupied and has +1 power for each one that is void. Okay, so kind of better than the Amoeba because it has Void Walk. Maybe. And you're elite. Alright, makeshift barricade. Right there. Desert. Ravenous Werewolf. Charge and movement +1. Holy Warrior. Carrion Beetles. Pseudo Quadland. Virgin in Prayer. Ice Shards. Bone Spear. Open Grave. Zombie Horde. 25. Grave Digger. Burrow target adjacent undead. Mimic. Zombie Bruiser. Exceptional. Put another one there. Rat King. Elite. This one is jumping out at me like this is an alternate art, but it's probably not though. But just in case, I'm going to sleeve it though. Because you don't see too many cards with a green border like this. It might be a curio, but I doubt it. It's got another sig right there. Most cards I'm noticing don't really have a signature. But Genesis and Deathrite, search your top 6 spells. You may summon an ordinary rat from among them to each other adjacent site. Put the rest at the bottom of your spell book. And just in case it's a curio, which I'm sure it's not, we're going to sleeve it. Let's tap this one. Alright, freeze. A cursed tower. Displace. Survivors. Night Watch. Pigs. Martyrs. This guy. Torch and Pitchfork, maybe. Quadland. Plague. Pack. 26. Fields of Phyrexia. I know it's not Phyrexia. Sight in front of it silenced. Gravedigger. Thumb screws. That looks torturous. That is horrible. Whenever a nearby avatar casts a spell, they lose life equal to the number of spells they've cast this turn. Okay. Good to teach Archer Mago something. Rentis Trueblood. Renatus Trueblood. 5-drop 4/4. And it's elite, airborne. Renatus Trueblood strikes, damage. versus units heal you. Okay, so it's got life steal, life link. Dapple Vamps costed 5 and it's a 4 with airborne. Now recognized among the elite. But Dapple Vamps was exceptional. Renatus True Blood strikes damage against units heals you. Airborne. It's 2 earth. 2 wind. I think Dapple was 2 wind as well. But anyways, it's another vamp. Cemetery Rats. This thing. Gifted Serpent. Desert. Displace. Wave of Eviction. An allied site. And another foil. Burrow White. Second Wind. Gogeta. Quad. Pack 27. Consecrated Ground. Evil has no power here. One-sided this time. Exhume. Exceptional magic disturbs Death's Claim. Unburrow everything at target land site and summon 2 skeleton tokens there. Interesting, maybe. Alright, Clay Golem. It's just for artifacts though, because burrowed minions, unless they have burrowing, they die. But anyway, maybe. Clay Golem. Deathrite. Play your top site to an adjacent void or rubble. We'll put you as a maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Sphere of Animosity. Avatars here can't leave, heal, or be defended. Just off the fact that it looks real cool, I'll put it in the maybes. Freeze. Townsfolk. Search Party. Necromancer. Ward. Yeah. Something like the 5th or the 6th foil. On the first minion that enters here gains stealth. Exceptional. Broomstick Witch. Airborne Spellcaster. Mortal. Not an undead, it's a mortal witch. Okay. Airborne Spellcaster. Maybe. Noise from Twosome. Tribute. Crawler. And Ward site. Pack 28. More than 2/3 way there, guys. Bargist. Movement. +1 in Void Walk. Maybe. Monster Morphosis. Don't even too much feel like reading it. You can do it if you want to. And disable target nearby minion until your next turn. At the start of your turn, you may transform it into a monster from your hand or horrible hybrids from your collection. Disable target nearby minion until your next turn. At the start of that turn, you may transform it into a monster from your hand or a horrible hybrids from your collection. So it can be the enemy's minion. When you transform it, do you make it your minion, or is it still theirs if it's one of theirs? I don't know, but I'll look it up, maybe. Eerie Coral. Ah, man, that's sweet art right there, too. Eerie Coral. That is fantastic. Bearer has +1 power and is a water spellcaster. You can play an exceptional site from your collection here, banishing this site. Okay, you get to filter the stuff. Okay. Cycling, kind of. Whatever. Filtering. Interesting, maybe. Alright, Smite. May be cast by any ally. Strike target adjacent enemy. If it's evil, banish it instead. Moss Troll, Screamer, Gift of the Raven, Profane Revenant, maybe. Landmass, Ping Desert, Ghost Fire, Flame Strike, Overflow, Townsfolk. Pack 24. Bidden. Strike target nearby evil minion. Death right. Summon a skeleton token here under your opponent's control. Strike target nearby evil minion. Death right. Summon a skeleton token here under your opponent's control. Nah. Dark Alley again. Hauntless Head. Spellcaster Void Walk. At the start of your turn, Hauntless Head teleports to the top of a random site of void. Weird. Hemogoblin. Goblin. Genesis and Deathrite. Set players' maximum life to their current life. Interesting. Vandal Imp. Shogoth. Probably got enough of you over there, but whatever. Return to Nature. Lash. Ignited. Undesirables. Troubled Town. Zombie Horde. Muddy Pigs. Martyrs of Tomorrow. And Krogan Swamp. 29, 30, something. I really don't know. 30, 31, 32, 33. Yep, I got it right. So this is 30 right here. Unless I did the one that was over there. We're not going to worry about that right now. Ferryman's Coin. Banish this coin, gain 1 or banish up to 3 cards from any cemetery. Interesting. Zeppelins of Zealots. 5-drop, 4 power, ward, airborne, well warded. Ghost Town. ETB, gain 1 this turn. Maybe. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th Abbey, 5th unique Abbey. Tap, player draw a site. You may cast the magics in your hand as spirits with power equal to their cost. Ghoul. Ghoul, Murder Crows, Forsaken, Cemetery Rats, Lesser Blood Demon, Static Servant, Snallygaster, Pseudo Quadland, Detonate, Survivors, Angry Mob, Pack 31. Strange Loner. Deathrite, you may summon a horrible hybrids from your collection to this location. I love Value Town. Vesper Swarm. Airborne, once on your turn, you may fly to a wounded minion. Okay. Abyssal Assault. Man, they were talking about like the front two are that's where the uniques and mythics are. Well, where the uniques are, but only got 3 uniques so far. Alright, exceptional magic of tentacular bombardment. For each point of its power, an allied monster may deal 1 damage to a unit in a square near it. For each point of its power, an allied monster may deal 1 damage to a unit in a square near it. Okay, so you gotta have a monster there, and depending on how powerful are, they're gonna ping a unit in a square near it. So like you got a 4-drop. Sounds like you can deal 4 damage to something, but it's gotta be a monster there. Too convoluted. Shackle Demon, Nice's Corpse, Cursed Tower, break nearby wards, Give to the Serpent, Baptize, Displace. Alright, okay, Hemo Golem, Elite, Automaton of Pounding Flesh. Damage dealt to units by Hemo Golem strikes heals you, but damage it takes is dealt to you as well. It's a 4 power. Okay, but this is strikes, not strikes on units. So you just make sure that you just hit sites with this. Okay, so they changed the wording on stuff, so it's not specifically saying it, but it sounds like to me, since they're not saying it, maybe this guy strikes on sites heals you. Okay, there goes another artist tag, so maybe that's a common thing, really. But anyway, we're sleeving you, and we'll put you as a maybe. If this can hit strikes, if this can hit sites and heal, then this guy should be an auto include in every deck, but it's probably not like that. Anyway, open grave again, sewer rats, plague rat, slimy mutants, gift to the wolf, 32. And ally flies to target weaker minion and strikes it upon arrival. Interesting. Accusation. Target opponent reveals their hand and banishes a card. If any of their cards are or allies are evil, you may choose which. Okay. Desecrated Grounds. Evil minions, evil units here have +1 power. Probably. And that was exceptional, huh? Yeah. Alright, we got minions can't enter this span of land from the void. Interesting. Okay, Endless Fence. I like that art too. That is freaky. A unique site protects the world of men. Minions can't enter this span of land from the void. It's kind of a stupid power, but I'll sleeve it though, because it's my 4th unique. 4th unique. Trial by Water, Night Watchman, Zap, Entombed, Makeshift Barricade, another foil, exceptional. Genesis, you may cast Hellhounds from your collection to the site. Put you over there. Sea Witch, Desert Bloom, Nari Rats, Ice Shards, and Bone Spear. Pack 33. Heretics of Seth, steal a nearby ward. Genesis, steal a nearby ward. Kissers of Wounds. Genesis, ward a wounded minion nearby, or you heal too. Toolbox. Sack, bearer may cast an ordinary spell from your collection. So yeah, you just hold the toolbox, sack it when you're ready, and then bearer may cast an ordinary spell from your collection. Alright, Dr. Demetrius, another unique. Alright, so, what are you talking about? All the uniques are on the left side. Somewhere on the right. Once on your turn, Demetrius may ward another adjacent minion. Okay, man, this guy's crazy. Okay, 4-drop, 2 powers, got the Gimp mask on, it's freaky. Once on your turn, Demetrius may ward another adjacent minion. Get it. Why wouldn't you play this guy if you have double blue? This with tokens, man, if you did this guy with tokens and you did that one avatar that can play double uniques, that would be crazy. That would be a fool. Double Boudica, double Demetrius. That is magical Christmas land. So your next turn, Minions of Silence while the top. Holy Warrior, Ward, Land, Carrion, Slimy, Mutants, Foil. I'll put you with the foils though. Even though I have another foil over there, I believe, but whatever. Monks, Flare, another almost look like foil. Fungus, something. Make cast means with 2 power. 10-ton slug. Gift of a frog. 34. Alright, Order of the Sacred Oak. Ward. Nearby sites can be destroyed by your opponent. Hearkening Kraken. Submerge. Must be cast submerged and costs 1 less for each enemy in its body of water. Why do I have you over here? Because you look like humans. Bone Jumble. Divine Intervention. Return. Hey, another unique. I mean, uniques at the last column. What are we talking about, Joe? Divine Intervention. Return from death's door to 1 life. Return from death. Oh, so you can start healing. What? What? You can start healing. What? Divine Intervention. What? This is the bomb of all bombs. If you have a vampire out. Divine Intervention. It costs so much. But you get an extra turn at least. And if you have life stealers, then you can mount a comeback like a champ. Alright, unique though. Interesting. Alright, Flaming Skull, Trial by Fire. Blessed Well, Ward, Pith Imp, Gossamer Ghost, Dreadwing, Pendant Knight, Foul Bones, Wild Fanatic, Silenced, Horrible Hybrids. 35. Skeleton Mage. Finally got a real Skeleton Mage. Feign Death. Trigger an allied minion's death rate. It gains stealth. Draw spell. It gains stealth. Draw spell. That is a lot of value town if you got a lot of death rate. So we'll put you maybe. Red Mane Hyena. Genesis, banish up to 3 cards from cemeteries. If any are demons, this becomes 1 and gains +2 power permanently. Okay. Master Necromancer. Spellcaster. Genesis, summon a skeleton token to each other adjacent site. So 4 sites, you're going to get 4 skeletons. This is a 5-drop. Getting 6 power value. I'm not huge on this card, but I put it as a maybe though, since someone did. Vamp Bats. The Kelp. Drowned. Familiar. Raised Militia. Maybe. Another foil. Exceptional Ghost Town. Revenant. Hellhounds. Desecrated Kite. Virgin in Prayer. Torch and Pitchfork. Maybe. And last pack Sorcery. Let's get that Curio. Let's get that foil unique. All right, we got exceptional target nearby evil gains or loses 1 power this turn. Guardian Angel. Exceptional. Consecrate. An ally wards its site, then may transform into a consecrated ground from your collection. Cold Shell's Egg. Hey, unique. Last pack sorcery. That's what I'm talking about. Core size egg. A unique relic in duck, in hair, in chest. Genesis avatar bearer hides its soul in co-size egg, becoming immune to death blows. After 3 of your turns, or if the egg leaves the realm, you lose. After 3 of your turns, or if the egg leaves the realm, you lose. Avatar bearer hides its soul in co-size egg, becoming immune to death blows. After 3 of your turns, or if the egg leaves the realm, you lose. So it keeps you alive, but it screws you after 3 turns, though. Interesting. Alright, Open Mausoleum, Weakened Tools, Instigator Imp, Den of Evil, Buried Alive, Bless, Barrow White, Second Wind, Noisome Twosome, Willing Tribute, and Crawler. I mean, did I crack that other pack that I had? I might just save it for a short, or maybe I've already cracked it. All right, but anyway, how many uniques did we get? We got the egg. We got the Divine Intervention. We got the Dr. Demetrius. You're for sure going in about everything. Endless Fence kind of seemed like a kind of stupid card, but Innsmouth Dock. Once a your turn, you may lure an adjacent minion to step here. That one seems pretty raw. Every turn you can get some value out of that. And then Torrid Omphalos. Unique Monument of Arid Heart. Okay, something like a Lady Morgana Le Fay. All right, then we got Gilman House. Transform a minion here into horrible hybrids from your collection. If I transform the enemy's minion, does the horrible hybrids become mine, or does it have to be my minion? Gotta look that up. But 4 uniques that I'm excited about for sure. This Divine Intervention. I mean, it's like a very weird bomb. And both of these would probably work together, matter of fact. Maybe. They seem like they're kind of same type of weird situational cards. And then this one, not too excited about. All right, but 7 uniques out of 36 packs. Not too shabby. We got some foils. All exceptional or worse. Well, no, we got this elite. And then I'm looking at the little art signature right there. Seeing if it's a curio, but I doubt it. This one, maybe too, but I doubt it. But I mean, this one isn't even foil. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 1 over there, I know, so 9 foils at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 uniques. Yeah, so yeah, that was box 1 Gothic. That if I get box 2, I'm probably gonna just go singles from now on. But anyway, Gothic. And I'll be playing a bunch. Oh, I gotta hide that, I don't know. But yeah, so be on the lookout for some more gameplay. I'll have plenty of that in folio games. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna do some hook 'em horns or something. Yeah, rock on.